Let's look at the if function in Excel. The if function is a logical function used to determine values, if true or if false. Let's look at an example. Say you are given scores of students in a class and you want to determine who has passed and who failed. If the grades you are using to assess the students is either pass or fail, let's say those who scored 50 and above passed and those who scored 50 and below failed. For you to write any formula in Excel, you start with equal sign. Press equal sign and type IF on your keyboard and press the open bracket sign. Now, the if function has three parameters. It has the logical test parameter, the value if true, and the value if false. The logical test is simply a comparison between two things. So click on what you want to compare. I want to compare these scores, and I'll say if this scores 65 is greater than 50, put a comma after that and inside parentheses type pass. So if the student scores above 50, the student passed. So close the bracket and press enter. Now I would drag down to get the rest of the results. We set a condition for only when student got above 50. Now because we didn't set a value for when a student scored below 50, Excel automatically gives us our answer as false. But if you want to give an else condition, so if student passed, the answer should be pass, and if student failed, the result should be fail. So what you do is to add an else condition to the if function. So press equal sign followed by the if condition and open bracket, click on the first cell here, greater than 50, comma. So if the score is greater than 50, the student passed. But if the score, put a comma again and type parentheses, and inside parentheses type fail, else fail. So this is the complete logical statement. Here we are saying that if the score 65 is greater than 50, the student passed, or else the student failed. So if this condition is not met, the answer that will return is fail. But if this condition or test is fulfilled, the answer that returns is pass. So let's click on enter and we'll get pass. Drag down to get the rest of the grades. So unlike before when we add false, now we have fail, false, fail. Now you can have nested functions in Excel also. See, I want grades, I want distinction, pass and fail. Not just two conditions like I have it here. I want three conditions for the students' scores. So the first condition is that if students score above 60, then that will be a distinction. If students score between 50 and 60, that will be a pass, or let's say credit. And if student scores below 50, that will be a pass. Let's say pass. So now we have more than two conditions here. To achieve this, we are going to use nested if function. That means you would write an if function inside of another if function. So this is what you do. Press equal sign and type the if statement, open the bracket and click on the first cell. If this score is greater than 60, that will be a distinction. Type comma and in parentheses type distinction, comma. Then you follow this with another if statement. If on the other hand this same score, click on it again, is greater than 50, comma, in parentheses that will be a credit, then comma, or else that will be pass, in parentheses type pass. Before you click on enter, now this closing bracket is for this opening bracket, so you need to type another closing bracket to complement this opening bracket here. So click on enter. So that will give you distinction. Let's drag down to see if results are correct. So credit score are scores greater than 50 but less than 60. For distinction, the scores is above 60. Then pass is below 50. You can see that we are correct. So that's how to achieve more than one condition using the if statement. You have to nest the if function.